Oh, Aries. You're not going to believe what I stumbled across. Yeah. Somebody here is showing off. Somebody around you is showing off. This person seems to think that they know everything. Okay? This person is somebody who has done some shady things to you. Okay? And they have like tried to turn people against you. Sometimes they succeeded, sometimes they didn't. This is somebody who was, I'm hearing, a nightmare for you to deal with. This is somebody who was, trying to change people's perspective of you, trying to change your reputation. It's kind of like this person wanted to steal your reputation, and then taint your reputation while they were trying to, like, take over your reputation as being you, which is crazy. Okay? Kind of reminds me of the body snatchers, But yeah, this person is showing off, and I'm hearing that they're actually showing off to somebody who's connected to the person who's in authority. Okay? They're either related to that person or they're sleeping with that person. They are, yes, that's what it is. I'm telling you. I know you're like, what? Yes, your enemy is confessing and showing off to somebody who's connected to somebody who is in authority. Okay, could be a father figure, but whoever that person is, this is somebody who has the power to make decisions. Okay, and that person who's connected to this authority figure, whoo, let me tell you, they're getting an earful because that person thinks that they're showing off. They're like, oh yeah, I did this and I did that, and oh yeah, I lied and I said that Aries was this and Aries was that, and they're showing off. And they're thinking they're talking to somebody who's like them, a low life. Somebody who has nothing going on in their life either. They're thinking they're talking to a fellow narcissist, a fellow, manipulator. They're thinking that they're talking to somebody who's, a lot like them. And they're like, oh, yeah, because see, that person started telling them things about themselves, right? And they're like, oh, okay, so now I could finally, take this mask off and I could finally, be free to, say everything I wanted to say, right? Oh, and they're saying things. Oh, yeah. They're talking about how, they've done things to you, how they've turned people's ideas against you, how they have lied, set you up, you know, started I'm hearing a smear campaign. Oh yeah, and they're showing off because they're thinking, oh, I'm gonna see. It's kind of like this person has this idea of like, oh, I'm gonna outdo you. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you think that's bad? Let me tell you what I've done. And they're talking about you. And the thing is that your hater doesn't even know that this person that they're talking to knows you. Yeah. Oh, they haven't done their homework, that's for sure. You would think they would be more careful. But, the thing about these kind of people is that a lot of times their ego is bigger than their brain. And that's the truth. Okay? Most narcissists, or I'd say all narcissists, have huge egos, right? They always have to outdo somebody else. And that's what's going on here. They're just like, oh, let me outdo you. Let me tell you what I've done to Aries. Let me tell you the sneaky things I've done. And you try to top what I've done here. It's that kind of energy. Yeah. And they're just like, letting their mouth run. They're letting it all out. You know, and all of us have that in us. We have that where we want to tell somebody, even if it's good news, bad news, whatever, we want to tell somebody something, right? We always want to share. You know what I mean? And apparently, narcissists are the same way. This manipulative person doesn't even realize it. They are walking into a trap. Not that the trap was set up like, oh, let me go trap this person. No, it was just this person was just confiding in that person and, just, yeah, why is it this way? And, da, 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 and then one thing has led to another. And now your enemy is just letting all the beans out, letting it all out, telling them everything. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. It's about to bite them in the butt. Yeah. See, what they don't understand is that they were messing with you, yes, but this authority figure, this could be your boss, this yeah, it could be your boss. I don't know. Could be your father figure. But whatever, whoever this person is, right? The person who's the big honcho, right? Well, what your enemy doesn't realize is that when they were messing with you, I'm hearing they were also messing with this person's money or this person's resources, this person's reputation. They were messing with this person also. Not directly, right? They weren't the intended target. You were the intended target, you see? But because of their actions, it has affected this person as well. Okay? So listen, this person that they're confessing to, they are also affected because of who they're connected to, which is the big honcho. You see? So they're thinking, oh, really? So it's your fault that this and that happened. Oh, it's your fault that we weren't on time to put these orders through. See, you had us thinking it was Aries. Okay. And it's, you see what I'm saying? Something like that is going on here. Maybe not exactly for your situation. Your situation might be just a little different. Like perhaps it could be something else. Like maybe y'all didn't get to go somewhere, or y'all didn't get to do something. If this is like a father figure, something didn't happen. That's the common denominator. Something didn't get to happen, right? And they're realizing it's because of that person. Ooh, let me tell you, somebody is going to be mad when they find out because that person that they're confessing to, oh, they're going to let it all out. They're going to be like, you know what I found out? Remember when this and that happened? I found out it was so and so. And so was trying to get us to go against Aries. Oh, really? Oh, you don't say. Really? You know what? Because of that happening, this and this and this and that happened. Because things don't just happen. There's always a reaction. There's a consequence. And it happens to everything in life. Everything in life has a consequence or a chain reaction. You see? Mm-mm-mm. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you, somebody's going to be embarrassed because guess what? Somebody's going to be called out on their shenanigans in front of everybody. Somebody's going to get embarrassed because yeah, the big boss is going to tell that person, go ahead, call him out on it in front of everybody. Do it in front of me. I want to see their face. And everybody's going to see that person's face. And they're going to know it's true. Because why would that person lie? They have no reason to lie. You know what I mean? The that person's gonna be like stuttering. Because they're not gonna know what to say. They're not expecting it. They're just gonna be there stuttering. It wasn't like that. I misunderstood. You misunderstood what I was saying. I didn't understand what you were saying. They're gonna be like, you didn't understand what I was saying. I didn't understand what you were saying. They're just gonna be trying to come up with anything to get out of it. Everybody's gonna watch this person squirm. Yeah, squirm. because that's exactly what's going to happen. And the big boss wants to see it because they want to know who it is that did all this. Like they want to see it with their own eyes. Ooh, this person doesn't know it. If this is somebody from your job, they're getting fired. Oh yeah, they're getting fired, and they're not getting no good recommendation or none of that. They're getting fired. Oh yeah, they're gonna their hard times is coming. You know, everything that they were trying to do to you, it's actually gonna happen to them. Everything that they wanted to see you struggle. Guess what? Now they're gonna struggle. They wanted to see you get fired. Oh, surprise! They're getting fired. And why? Their ego is their worstest enemy. Good for you. You know, good for you. But it is really their worstest enemy. This person literally is their own worst enemy. You know, whether they realize it or not. And I've seen people like this. They just had to open their mouth. I mean, good job, you know? Yay! Because they're confessing, thank God, you know, finally. And the thing is that a lot of people were affected by what this person was doing to you. They, you know, they don't see it that way. They don't realize that because they're just targeting you. They were careless, playing games. You know, they don't even realize the depth of how this game that they were playing and lying and causing problems, how all this stuff just rippled effect, you know, affected everybody. I'm hearing some people didn't even get all the hours that they were supposed to be getting because of this person. Something about Christmas is significant. Something happened around Christmas. Something happened around the end of this, like the end of the year, around Christmas, New Year's. I'm hearing, and it affected people. People didn't get all their hours because this person was playing games, causing problems. You know what I mean? So guess what? It's not just going to be the boss mad. It's not just going to be you being mad. Everybody that was affected is going to be mad because I'm hearing they got shortchanged because of this person playing games and causing problems just to make you look bad, just to try their best to make you look bad. Really sad. You know, this person, your enemy, Aries, they are so selfish. Like, they are the most selfish people ever. They don't care who they affect. And even though they're getting called out and everybody's going to see, you know, like, see them for who they truly are, right? Even when they're calling you out, I mean, calling this person out, this person is still not going to care how it affected other people. All they're going to care about is how it affected you because this person saw you as a big challenge. They saw you as somebody who was like seeing right through them. You weren't bowing down to them. You weren't giving them what they wanted. You weren't feeding into their big ego. You just weren't going to do it. And that's why this person acted this way. But see, since day one, I'm hearing, since the day you met that person, your intuition was spot on. Your intuition told you quickly, like, boom, you know, this person was a problem. And then when this person realized that you were skilled, you had talent, you had skills, you were good at your job, you were doing good, you were really doing good, whatever it is, right? Yeah. They felt like, oh no, I gotta tear Aries down. Well, yeah. They were causing problems for a long time, but now it's their turn. I don't think this person's ready for it. You know, people say you shouldn't throw rocks when you live in a glass house. Have you ever heard of that saying? You shouldn't throw rocks when you live in a glass house? Yeah, well, that's what's happening here. This person was throwing rocks, and actually, they're not on top of things in their personal life. They're not ready for this. They're not ready for, you know, 3, 4, 6 weeks without a job. maybe longer, because they're not getting a good recommendation, that's for sure. This person's going to get a taste of some nasty stuff that they're not ready for. They're about to face the consequences of their actions. But I'm going to tell you something, this person's going to deny it. They're going to deny it after the fact. They're going to be going around poor me, playing the victim. Because that's what these kind of people do. They're always the victim, you know. It's never their fault. It's going to be your fault for making them jealous. It's going to be your fault for being good at your job. It's going to be your fault for showing up and actually staying on the job, like keep working without goofing off. You know, that's what it's about. It's going to be your fault because you were highlighting their weaknesses. So it's your fault. And of course, the person who told or who's going to tell, right, if this is a future reading, which it could be, of course, it's going to be their fault too. It's everybody's fault but that person, right? These people, they're always the same. It's always everybody else's fault. They never take accountability for anything. Nothing. For one of you, I'm hearing there was a large part of like something to do with money. A large amount of money. Yeah. Well, something about money. And yeah, that's why the big boss is going to be upset. The authority figure is going to be upset. Now, I am seeing a new beginning for you, Aries, okay? I'm seeing a lot of communication with you and somebody here, okay? And it's going to make you very, very happy. I'm seeing a lot of communication. I'm seeing somebody like put their wing over you, you know, that kind of thing. Like putting their wing over you. Yeah. Everything's going to backfire on this person. And then they're going to have to sit on the outside and watch you being put underneath somebody's wing. Ooh, you know that's gonna burn. And it looks like it could be coming from the big boss, or it's this person that's connected to the big boss. It's gonna take you under their wing. Uh huh. Yeah. Oh yeah. And things are gonna change for you. Things are gonna change for both of you actually. But it's gonna change for you in a good way, and I'm hearing it's gonna change for that person in a bad way because that person is gonna have like nobody is gonna be in their corner. They're not being invited to something. They're being an outcast. And it's not just this person, but I'm hearing like it's also the people that they're around. Whoever has been hanging out with this person, they're going down with that person. Maybe not fired, but by reputation, they're going down too. So every time that they were joining in and giggling and laughing and thinking they were being so smart, and they know, you know, whoever this other party is, they knew what this person was up to. So that person was walking around like with really bad people. You know, people who were like, yeah, yeah, let's be childish. Let's play games. Let's act crazy. Yeah, let's do this. They were the same. Maybe it wasn't coming from their mouth, but they condoned it. They encouraged it, right? Yeah, they did. So they're going down too by reputation. Maybe not fired, but by reputation. Anyways, Aries, I'm hearing things are going to be changing for you. Things are going to be getting way, way better. You're going to be like accepted into a group here, okay? And things are going to be changing for you. So it's like just when you thought that there was no hope, right? We got, oh, we got two coming out at the same time. Okay. You got 88. It says, I am wealthy. Ooh, I'm telling you. Yes, it says you are on the cusp of a prosperous, prosperous, sorry, and abundant spiritual life. You will find numerous opportunities for success and achievement. Exactly. It's coming. All of which bring financial and material abundance into your life. I am wealthy. So do put that in the comment section. I am wealthy. You have I am diplomatic coming out. Angel number 2. And it says you have great talent for finding solutions. There you go. It says your intuitive and unbiased nature allow you to see all sides of any situation and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. I am diplomatic. So do put that in the comment section, guys. I am diplomatic. I am wealthy. Catch me in the next one, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have been working on anything in your yard, guys, like to help the bees, let me know. I'm curious how your progress is coming. And catch me in the next one, guys. Bye bye.